Oh, I need an ink ribbon? Oh, I'll never find one, except for the one right next to it. What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil Code Veronica X. In the last episode, a lot happened. We got caught by Umbrella, we got thrown in prison, we escaped, we met Steve. And speaking of Steve, I said that people might be... I was really curious to see what people would think of Steve, and it turns out a lot of people are already divided on him. Somebody did bring up that in Resident Evil Darkside Chronicles, which is the second rail shooter that Capcom made for their Resident Evil series, when they get to the Code Veronica section, Steve is actually written a lot better, and I absolutely agree with this. He's actually a good character in that game, or at least better than the original counterpart. But anyway, we have the Eagle Medal. We need to escape this prison. Now, I skipped these items because, really, we can't use these. And right there, that's actually a brand new weapon type. The grenade launcher is nothing new in this series, but the BOW gas rounds, completely brand new ammo type. I'll definitely have to show it once we get the grenade launcher, but that's not happening for a very long time. I actually can't believe they give you ammo this early for it, just like a tease. They're like, hey, guess what? You're going to be getting a grenade launcher. When? You'll have to find out later. So we need to put something in this scanner here, and I actually tried to put in grenade launcher rounds because I was curious to see if that would work, but no. The metal is the only thing you need to put in here. There we go. Metal scanned, but now what do we do? There was a note that we read saying that there was something about special alloy, something like that.
Please deposit.
Nah, I don't know. It was probably nothing.
You have in the security box.
Now, what I'm going to do here is all the items we picked up in this room in particular, I'm actually going to leave in this box for forever. I'm not going to pick those up, not for a very long time, because believe it or not, we will be heading back to the prison, and at that point, we'll be able to pick those up. It's long and convoluted, don't ask me how, but I'll show you when we eventually come back here. We do have to come back and do something with that 3D scanner, so we will be back in the short term, but in the long term, we'll eventually be back to pick those things up. And hopefully by that time we'll have the grenade launcher. Uh-oh. Notice they're actually banging more fiercely. It's almost as if a jump scare's coming up. Up! Well, of course they would all break loose, wouldn't they? Now, if I can get it... Let's see if I can get it. Oh, wait. Ah, there we go. Yeah, explosive barrels are also in this game. They should have been in Resident Evil 3? Yes, they were. I actually had to think about that for a second. But yeah, explosive barrels make a triumphant return. They do a lot of damage, but keep in mind they also damage you, so don't just stand right next to one, blow it up thinking you'll be safe. Claire does auto-aim onto them, but of course if a zombie is within closer proximity, she's not going to aim at the barrel. I mean, can you imagine that in a real-life sense? A person's not going to be aiming at a barrel just a couple feet away. They're going to aim at the threat right in front of them. Oh. Well, I guess now's the best time to show this off. If you have two different green herbs, you can actually combine the two. You can do this with a couple of the different herbs that are in this game, but for now, I'm going to combine two greens, and this is literally inventory management. You're putting two regular healing items together to make a healing item that heals you twice, and turning it into one slot in your inventory. That's all it does in this game. There is another herb we can combine with the green to make it a lot better. Okay, there it is. I just couldn't remember when it was going to happen. I was hoping I could interrupt myself with the jump scare. But hey, look! Zombie dogs! Don't worry, you're not missing much as far as herb mixing. We'll figure that out a bit later, but I'm actually going to try something. Yeah, that little padlock key, that's to open this door for a little bit of a shortcut, but can I actually get through this without getting attacked? I've actually never done this before, so Serpentine! Stay away from the dogs! They dragged a corpse underneath the building. Who knows what they did with it after that? No, please! Okay. Now, normally what I do when I'm just doing like a casual playthrough, I'll actually go through the regular door, the one I'm going through now, go right back in, and the dogs actually reset their position, which is actually a lot more viable because they'll be laying down on the ground. Whoa! Uh-oh! Ah, crap! Darn it! I keep remembering things. I know where the enemies are, just not where they are in the room. And I think there's actually more... Yeah, of course there are. More zombies popped up since we were gone. Yeah, anyway, about those dogs. You can actually reset their position. You can do that for a lot of enemies in this game, actually, where if they're a bit too close, you can go into a room, come back in where the enemies are, and they'll all reset the position, so it makes it a lot easier to take them down. Oh, and of course, there's one more just standing there in the way. Of course. Oh, he's dead. I actually thought he had a few more hits on him. Alright, use the fire extinguisher, and finally we get to see what's in this briefcase. Turns out you need a lockpick to open it. Crap! I'm kidding, by the way. So all that build-up for this briefcase, and is there anything else we can look at in here? Okay, I didn't think so. It blew up. There's a possibility that there could have been ammunition in it. It wouldn't have made sense in a regular context, but let's take a look at what's in here. Closely examine it. There's nothing else on it, but there is a button. Hey, look at that! It's a thing! It's a floor tile. Oh, it's the special alloy. See, this is another one you want to read really closely, especially that line right there. Anti-metal detection alloy. I wonder what we're going to do with that. As far as puzzles go, Code Veronica, it's not the biggest puzzle maker, puzzle solver. There are puzzles in here that'll make you absolutely go insane. One in particular I'm absolutely dreading because I get it wrong every single time. But this is one of the more beginner puzzles. It's like, hey, you're just starting the game. You gotta find something that can't be detected by a metal detector. Oh, look, a special alloy. How convenient. Oh, cool, the dog's reset. Yeah, if you stay in a room long enough with dogs, they will eventually just get up and go, hey, look, a human. Looks chewy. But a lot of the times you can just run past them. And there's another section with dogs later on where I think I might just run through it because it takes them forever to stand up.
Please deposit any metallic items.
There is one thing I want to bring up, and you can probably tell what we're going to do here. We're going to take the alloy into where we scan that metal, and we're going to make a copy of it, because that's what the machine is entirely used for. But I actually want to go into what the difference is between Code Veronica and Code Veronica X. Because this is a newer version than the original Dreamcast version. Because the regular Code Veronica was only made for the Dreamcast. And then later on, Capcom updated it and ported it to the PS2, and only in Japan did they port Code Veronica X to the Dreamcast as well. But eventually it would be ported to the GameCube, and the 360, PS3, all that good stuff. But the main difference is, besides the upgraded visuals and making it a little nicer, they actually added extra cutscenes to this version. Ah, crap. How did I know that was going to happen? Well, shit. I was hoping to get through them. Oh, well. Okay. So yeah, if you ever wanted to know what the big difference was, that was one of them. And, Post-X, help me out on this. The battle game was also added in Code Veronica X. That's one of the unlockable mode after you beat the game. Other than that, I'm actually really glad they updated it, because the extra cutscenes really do help out. And, to be honest, they're only, like, very contextual cutscenes. And what I mean by that is, it actually aids the story, but only in specific places. I'll bring them up when we actually see them. But hey, awesome! We have a copy of the medal. This should be good enough to escape the prison. That is the easiest jailbreak I've ever seen. Of course, it does help that the entire staff and every single inmate, besides one, is dead. You know, it could have been more difficult. I mean, challenge me, at least. I don't know how anyone would deal with zombies everywhere and trying to escape a prison. Just take a deep breath, Claire. You finally escaped. In a manner of speaking. This place is still a dump. I do like the fact that they hide specific items to the point where you can only see them at specific camera angles. This is the last Resident Evil game, to my knowledge, at least in the main series, that used the fixed camera angle. And I think this one, it's kind of good and bad on where they hide stuff. It's always been kind of a staple where you have to use the different camera angles to actually see different things. And that right there is a really good example of using the angles to your advantage and to the player's advantage. I'm trying to think if there's any place where it actually hurts more than helps. Nothing off the top of my head, but something I actually didn't mention in episode 1 is this is also another Resident Evil game that uses tank controls. You gotta love those. Simple explanation, if you're pointing the control stick forward, your character is going forward, no matter what direction they are facing. So get used to them. If you haven't gotten used to tank controls by now and you've been playing all the games, yeah, we got an issue here. I love the double pistols. Oh wait, that means there's actually a guy down there. Wow, good eye, Claire. I didn't even see that guy. Shoot. I thought I had good eyesight. She could see through loading fog. Oh, I hear him. There we go. Oh. More than one. At least two. Down, boy. Oh. Third one. Actually, I wonder, can he get me up here? Oh, yeah, he can! Oh, I didn't know you could hit him back downstairs. That's awesome. Gotta put you down, boy. There we go. I've noticed that every single Resident Evil game likes to use Rottweilers. Probably because they're seen as really vicious dogs. I can't imagine a zombie poodle. Huh. Well, it wouldn't be a Resident Evil game without some sort of mansion-like structure, so yeah, here's your mansion for this game. There just had to be one. Except for Resident Evil 3, that one didn't have one. And Resident Evil 2 had a police station. Kinda counts. Kinda. Oh, shoot. ID number... screw you. Let's see if this actually works. Ugh. It should have worked. Oh, okay, it's not gonna let us advance unless we put something in. So we need to find an ID card. Good. Just grand. Can't go in there. That room, actually gonna skip it for now because I do know what's in there. But, yeah, let's explore a little bit. We've got a brand new place. And you might have noticed, for veterans of the RE series, we actually haven't hit an official save room yet. Save rooms and safe rooms, you'll know right off the bat, because they play a specific tune. The tunes I love using as my end slate music. Yeah, if you ever want a safe room and a save room, listen for this specific tune. This is a place where no enemies will be around. You can mix around your items. You can pick up some extra items if they're actually in there. And guaranteed, always an ink ribbon, always a typewriter, and you'll be able to save your game. Every single game just continues the up the ante as far as like really good music for save rooms. Absolutely love it. We're finally going to be able to drop off some stuff, and there's some extra things to pick up in here. I'm going to pick up that ink ribbon here in a second. But, oh, hey. Ah, crud. So our next mission, I guess, is to find 2 gold Lugers. Very specific. Well, I'll be damned. Needed an ID, and we just happened to find it in the safe haven. Go ahead and put some items back. If you ever find some extra green herbs, I would suggest storing them away. That way you can mix them later. But, for now, let's check out this ID card. Nothing on there, but if you turn it around... Oh, look at that! In big red letters, NTC 0394. Sweet. We have an ID. Let's go put it down there in that computer and see what we can get. Turns out it just automatically wins the game. Or, knowing this game series, activates an automatic self-destruct. God, that was fast. It's a really quick game. How good is my short-term memory? NTC 0394, yes? Whoa. Point for short-term memory. Hey! Yeah, we did it! And that's all you get. It just unlocks this one door. Alright, so now we're going to go in here now that we have some extra inventory space. And there is something I'd like to show off in here. And the hilarious thing is, for the years I've been playing this game, I never knew about this. And the way I learned it is actually the demo at the beginning of the game. If you hold out your lighter, and there are bats in the same room as you, equipping the lighter makes it so that bats will never attack you. I had no idea about this. And it makes sense, I guess. I don't know how a bat thinks, but apparently they don't like light. And holding a constant light source makes it so they don't attack you. Consider me absolutely blown away that I've been playing this game for, 10 years and I never noticed this? And never knew it? And then along comes a demo where you just wait on the title screen for, a minute? And then it finally shows you ways to play the game. And speaking of which, the demos in this game, I never realized it because I never paid attention. I just thought it was playing the game. But some demos in games are absolutely horrid. These ones actually teach you awesome things about this game. Like the lighter thing, for example. I think another demo teaches you very quickly how to push things and how to avoid obstacles. So, props to the people who actually know how to play the game for the demo's sake and actually teaching your players different things. That's awesome! Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I actually ditched the knife. I don't normally take it as soon as we get to the first save room because... Uh-oh. Yeah, normally the knife is ditched after the first save room because at this point we're going to start collecting a lot more ammunition for our handgun for later on weapons, and I want to be able to have extra inventory space for when we get to those. Oh, this room. Oh, this room. This is a fun room. Let's take a look at everything here. I can't do anything there. Some very old-fashioned knives, my gosh. Couple handguns. It's taken forever to make that model. Turns out he has Return of Jafar on VHS. I've totally sunk it. Ooh, a couple magnums. Press shiny button. 7 days. Yeah, so that wasn't unnerving or anything. Ripping off a dragonfly's wings and having it get eaten by ants. Circle of life, I guess. Of all the items to pick up, we picked up a steering wheel. Okay. There's plenty of artillery back here. Hey, I spy something context sensitive. I want it. Oh, look at that. It's something we need. Great! Of course! Couldn't just be simple. Oh, and it got worse! Yeah, so, careful when you take these gold Oh, come on! Yeah, careful when you take these gold Lugers because a heat trap starts. So, obviously, we can't take these Lugers because the door's closed. So, forget about that. And I can't believe I actually took damage from that. Again, been playing it for years. That has never happened. I guess it was because I got hit a couple times, but man, that has never happened before. But, hey, we found a new complex. We found our gold Lugers. We can't do anything with them yet. But, I think that's a good stopping point. Next time on Resident Evil Code Veronica X, we need to figure out how to get those golden guns without dying. And, yeah, maybe we'll explore more of this complex. I'll see you guys next time.